highlights and the focus on my phone. And I'm filming this now, and I am moving to my room.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our screening of 3 films that youth in our program, How to Make a Film During the Plague, made 2 months ago in June. This program was a partnership between the Arab Community Center of Toronto and Charles Street Video, and it was taught by the award-winning Syrian director and writer Marcelle Aleid. The goal of this program was to teach youth how to make films using only their cameras and things that they had at home. Today, we have we have the youth with us. We have the ACCT Executive Director, Dima Ahmad, with us, Greg Woodbury, the Operations Manager at Charles Street Video, as well as the course instructor, Marcelle Aleid. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Dima, our director.
Thank you, Kasha. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the screening of How to Make a Film During the Plague, a unique initiative that was made possible through the involvement and encouragement of our long-standing community partner, Charles Street Video. Like many of ACCT's initiatives, How to Make a Film During the Plague provided a space for newcomer youth to express themselves and to tell their stories, to be creative and to learn new skills, to connect with other youth and to be more engaged. But the timing of this initiative was incredible. With the COVID-19 and its social distancing restrictions, youth were denied the opportunity to be engaged in activities, creative and fun activities. So when Charles Street Video approached us to collaborate on this initiative, we jumped at the opportunity. We were fortunate to have Marcelle Aleid, an award-winning director and writer, lead the youth through the process. Forgive me, Kasha, because I'm going to go away from the script a little bit, and I must share this. I met Marcelle a couple of years ago when I heard about the opening of Zayzafoon restaurant, and I don't know if any of you have been to it, but it is an amazing place where you go to enjoy a home-cooked meal, Syrian cuisine that is prepared by her mom while listening to Middle Eastern and fusion live bands. So I've been frequenting the place quite often till before COVID. And at that time, I didn't know that Marcelle was an award-winning director and writer. I only thought that she was a brilliant and warm entrepreneur who loved to share her culture with other people. Marcelle, you owe me a picture and an autograph. I hope you will enjoy the rest of this event. I'm looking forward to the unveiling of youth creative work and thank Charles Street Video and Marcelle for this amazing opportunity. Back to you, Kasha.
Thank you so much, Dima. That was such a wonderful introduction. Next, I'd like to introduce Greg Woodbury, the Operations Manager at Charles Street Video. It is thanks to him that this program happened. He gave us a call, I think back in April, you know, when the lockdown had just started, a couple weeks after it started, and was like, this is the perfect time to do an online, you know, DIY guerrilla style film workshop, a series of workshops. So Greg, if you could speak a little bit about that and what your motivation and rationale for creating this series was.
Hey, it's Greg from Charles Street Video. Great to be here. And I'll just say first off, what a great partnership it's been with ACCT And Kasia has been an excellent partner over the years. We've done many programs now, from production to exhibition, and Charles Street is thrilled to be to continue to work on it, and it's so what we're about. Just so everyone knows, Charles Street Video is a media arts production facility, and we also help with exhibition support. We do a number of workshops. Now, during the pandemic, we're doing a lot of online workshops as well. So I would like to first off just say to all the participants in this workshop that we would like to give you a free membership at Charles Street Video. So if you want to talk about that after, Kasia can set you up, and I can definitely talk about that. And I hope you'll take advantage of that. Just regarding the plague workshop. So yeah, what everything that Kasia said happened, of course. And I felt when everything went down, we were all faced with this existential crisis. What are we going to do now? And this, Charles Street was very much in that boat, right? But I was just thinking about all the things that were happening and how we're, quote unquote, all in this together. But are we? We're not, right? People are struggling in very different ways. And as the statistics are showing us, the people that are the most marginalized, New Canadians, POC folks, Black and Indigenous folks, LGBTQ folks, are struggling the most, and they're getting sick. So, if you think of the metaphor of a ocean and a current and a beach, so the tide has come out, and we're seeing what's on the bottom of the ocean, and it's not looking good. So I think that was part of the impetus of this too, right? It's just for us to be able to think about that, right? Think about what is this like, and how to make a film during a plague is kind of whimsical and maybe exaggerate it, right, or whatever. That the plague is it's had such a dark kind of connotation to it. But is it right? Is it light, right? It's not at the same time, right? It's a very disturbing reality that we're living in, but I also think it's a call to action, right? So all the films that everybody's made in this, in this context, to me it's like a ray of light in all this, that everyone said, oh, despite everything, I'm going to be creative. And if anything that I'm about and Charles Street Video is about is the power of making art. So I just want to congratulate everybody for taking this workshop and finishing your work. You have no idea what a big deal it is. It's been my life, and I'm really excited to see your work. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Greg. It's been an incredible pleasure working with you. I think it's been for the past 3 years now. We continue to collaborate and partner on so many programs and projects, and I know that we will continue to. So it's been a pleasure, and thank you, Greg. Now I'd like to introduce Marcelle Aleid. Marcelle, could you please tell us your experience, teaching the youth in this program, and what your approach was to mentoring them, and what you think of their videos? Marcelle?
Hello. Thank you so much for this opportunity. To me, it was beautiful to be part of your team, and thank you, Dima, for the introduction. It was a nice surprise to see you as well. So it was a great opportunity to be creative, and to me, if you say teenagers or teens and film, that's it. That's all what it takes for me to jump into any project. The group were amazing, full of life. They had really good ideas. I've missed them after the class, the workshop was finished. So it was really nice to go through all their how they feel, how they were passionate to learn. They wanted to do something, and it was one of the few creative things I've done during the lockdown. So I should thank them for being part of my lockdown and being so passionate with everything that happened around us. I'm very proud of them. I think they have really worked hard to come up with something, and then I know how difficult it is to film in general, and then how almost impossible it is to film with so little experience and hardly any equipment or anything. So I'm very, very happy that they finished their projects, and I'm looking forward now as well to watch and see I've seen a few parts at the beginning, but I know that they all have worked a bit on the comments, and I'm very proud of them. And thank you so much for involving me in this project. It's amazing seeing youth people working on their passion, on something they're passionate about. And I am very happy to be part of this. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Marcelle. This was our first time working with you, and it was the greatest pleasure. Greg, thank you so much for facilitating, connecting us with Marcelle. Marcelle, I hope we can do more programs in the future. We were very, very pleased with how you had taught the workshops. Okay, so without further ado, we will now be showing the films that 3 of the youth made, and we're going to be starting with a film made by Precious. So Danny, if you could please play Precious's film.
My name is Precious Fires, and I'm 20 years old. I'm currently a protected person in Canada. Before I go further, I would like to make it known that I fear and I believe in God. Because who I am today, where I will be in the future, where I am today, and where I'll be in the future is all by the grace and the will of God in my life. Which brings me to the title of my monologue, which is Hope. Incorporated with faith, trust and belief, and never give up. What is hope? What is hope? Hope is a feeling of expectation and desire for certain things to happen. We all hope for a lot of good things in our lives, and that is good because it shows that we are optimistic and we wish for the best. But most of the times we do not have faith in what we hope for, forgetting that hope is deeply rooted in faith, which comes with trust and belief, and lastly, never giving up. I know some of us find ourselves in situations where we can't figure out a way to resolve that situation and do not even know if we could come out of that situation. But that is where hope comes in and plays a vital role. Because no matter what the situation may be, when you have hope, there is faith. And when there is faith, you trust and believe. With this, you keep fighting. I will give a brief story about myself. I came to Canada 2 years ago. I had no shelter, no savings, no friends. I couldn't afford an education. I didn't know the system at all. These 2 years wasn't easy for me because I felt like my life was on a pause. There are nights where I cried and got depressed because of everything going on around me. But I knew one thing for sure, that it's just a phase of my life, and hope kept me going. And I never stopped fighting up until now. Now, I'm a protected person in Canada. I don't have all the friends in the world, but I have people I can call friends and family. I don't have so much money, but I have money to feed and keep me going. I don't know everything about the system, but I know something about the system, and I thank God for life. I want you to know something. Whatever situation you find yourself, no matter how bad it could be, hold on tight to your hope. Back it up with faith, trust, and belief, and never, ever stop fighting for it.
Oh, Precious, that was so beautiful. Before we do a short Q&A about Precious's video, let's introduce Precious. So Precious, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what your video is about and what your motivation for creating it was?
Okay, my name is Precious Paris, as you all know, and I'm from Nigeria. And the motivation towards my video was the fact that we're all in the pandemic and everything was going on, and I was kind of like depressed at some point. But then I said to myself that I have to have hope and I have to keep moving because I haven't come all this far to give up now. So that's what really motivated me into doing the video. So I started recalling on everything I've been through, how far I've gone when I came to Canada and everything. And I'm like, that's something to really talk about and keep me motivated. And yeah, that's what brought about the whole video and the name of the video, which is Hope. Yeah.
So, Precious, so when you first joined the program, you wanted, or my understanding was that you had wanted to do like a straight just monologue, and that's what I thought the video would be. So when I saw it, I was definitely a little bit surprised. There's lots, it is a monologue, but you chose to include a lot of like additional scenes to kind of, to go along with what you were saying. Why did you choose to do that instead of just speaking to a camera?
Okay. During the filmmaking and everything, I think Marcelle once told us about not boring the audience. So I felt like if I was just talking and just saying stuff, it's gonna bore the audience. So I'm like, you know what? Why don't you just add pictures and have a music on the background and make it more lively and stuff like that. So that was what really made me to have all these ideas and mixing of the pictures and all that, and that's the outcome. Yeah.
It's really well done, and it's very inspirational, and I'm really happy that you had the courage to share that with us.
Thank you.
Precious, can you tell us about your experience in the program?
It has been great. It was actually great. Like, I was happy that I could wake up every morning, or should I say every Monday morning, and I know I'm about to do something productive. I was really excited. Although when it comes to when it came to the editing of the video, it was hectic. It was crazy. But then Marcelle already told us that that's how it's gonna be, because like editing is like really, really crazy. So I saw that coming, but then I didn't know it was gonna be so crazy like that. But then during the program, I was really happy that I was able to meet Marcelle, meet new people like Rebecca, Aisha, and when they saw the video the first time, they were really happy, and they for them to have told me, okay, you know what, you have to do this and not do that, because the first time I showed them the video, the sound was more than my voice, and I love the fact that they commented on it and they told me what to do better, and I had to redo the whole make some adjustment in the film, and yeah, but I really love the program, and I'm actually happy I had the opportunity to do this.
We're very happy that we had the opportunity to work with you and meet you and to have you as well as part of the program. Precious, Greg is asking, do you want to make more films in the future?
Oh, sure. I don't mind. Why not? I would love to. Absolutely. Yes.
Is this like a hobby that is this something you'd like to make into a hobby?
It's something I've actually wanted as a career, but then it's kind of like my long-term career. So I could actually start as a hobby right now, but I'm going to make it as a career later on in the future.
Okay, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Precious. Thank you so much for sharing that video with us.
Thank you.
Okay, so now let's watch Aisha's video.
مرحبا، أنا حنونة. بحب الأكل، بحب أعمل أكل حلو من مصر. بحب إن أنا أقدم النكهة المصرية الأصيلة. أكلاتي جميلة ومحببة وأوثنتك على الطريقة الأصلية.
احنا عايزين نتعرف عليكي اكتر ونتعرف على المطبخ الخاص بيكي اكتر. بس في الاول ينفع تقولي لنا ايه اللي خلاكي تبقي عايزه تبداي مشروع خاص بالاكل، او ايه اللي خلاكي تقرري؟
أنا بحب الحرية وبحب الإبداع. حبيت أعمل حاجة خاصة بيا علشان يعني أخرج الأحاسيس اللي جوايا والأفكار اللي عندي. ده بالنسبة لي أفضل كتير من مجرد وظيفة. كمان أنا بحب عندي رسالة إن أنا أنقل النكهة المصرية والأكل المصري أعرفه وأدخله في السوق الكندي. فدي أنا بعتبرها رسالتي.
انت يعني حابة الموضوع سو فار؟ يعني انت حاسة إنك حباه وممكن تكملي فيه؟
حابة جدا وحاسة إن أنا بتقدم يوم عن يوم وبتعلم حاجات كتير. وأنا كانت بدايتي في وليمة، برنامج تبع الجالية العربية. اتعلمت فيه حاجات كتير وشجعوني وادوني دفعة كبيرة قوي. ومستمرة الحمد لله. وإن شاء الله أحقق كل اللي أنا عايزاه مع الوقت بإذن الله.
طب إيه اللي ممكن تقوليه لنا عن الأكل اللي أنت بتعمليه وبتبيعيه؟ يعني إيه الشيء المميز عنه عن أطباقك؟
الأطباق بتاعتي بتتميز إن هي معمولة بخامات عالية جدا بالطرق التقليدية، التكنيك الأصلي بتاع أمهاتنا وجداتنا. فبيطلع طعمها جميل قوي وبتفكرنا دايما بطفولتنا واحنا صغيرين. بستخدم السمن البلدي والبهارات الجميلة الشرقية بتاعتنا. كمان السيفتي ميجرز كلها بطبقها اللي أنا اتعلمتها في الفود هاندلينج لما درسته في وليمة. فالحمد لله هي تعتبر الكواليتي بتاعتها عالية.
ينفع تقولي لنا نماذج من الأطباق اللي بتطبخيها؟
طبعا بتميز جدا بالكشري المصري ورز باللبن بالفرن والبسبوسة، المحاشي. الحاجات دي طبعا المصريين عارفين انها حاجات جميلة جدا، بلس ان هي اي جنسيات اخرى او الناس جايه من كالتشرز وكوميونيتيز مختلفة برضه لما بيدوقوها بيحبوها جدا، مفيش حد بيقدر يقاومها ابدا.
وايه هي انواع الريفيوز او الفيدباك اللي بتاخديها من الكاستمرز بتوعك لما بيدوقوا اطباقك؟
هي اكتر حاجه فعلا بتساعدني قوي الريفيوز بتاعتهم، وده بيشجعني ان انا استمر وان انا اقدم اطباق جديده لانها كلها ايجابيه وكلها مشجعه جدا جدا. وانا بعتبر الكاستمرز بتوعي مش كاستمرز عاديين، لا انا بعتبر انهم شركائي في النجاح.
بس حابه تعرف عنك اكتر وكده، ينفع الفتره الجايه تقدمي لنا وصفه من وصفاتك الناجحه جدا؟
ان شاء الله اكيد اقدم لكم اللي انتوا تتمنوه وتحبوه، وهتلاقوا وصفات كتير ليا على مطبخ حنونة كيتشن موجوده على الفيسبوك والانستجرام، برضه تقدروا تتفرجوا على الحاجات بتاعتي.
وايه الوصفه اللي انت هتقدميها لينا؟
انا هقدم لكم البسبوسه، وصفه سهله ولطيفه ومحببة محدش بيقدر يقاومها أبدا.
شكرا ليكي حنان وبتمنى لك كل التوفيق.
Wow, Aisha, that's an amazing video. Aisha's video is quite different from the other two students in the program, and her participation in the program and her video is unique because it's a promotional video for her mom's new catering business. And what's special about this is that her mom actually was part of ACCT's Walima program, which is a women's economic empowerment program that gives the ladies in the program a food handling certificate, broadens their business and social connections. And many women who go through this program of ours end up creating their own catering business, which Aisha's mom has of course started. So Aisha, could you please introduce yourself and tell us more about your video?
Hello, everybody. I'm Aisha Ahmed. Firstly, I would like to apologize that I didn't translate the video. I tried to do so, but I couldn't. My video was about promoting my mom's business. I wanted to introduce it to everybody, what it's about, what the nature and the type of its product. Firstly, I started with introducing my mom and why did she decided to start this business. What's the idea of its inception? Is she going well so far? Is she liking it? What's so special about her cuisine? What's so special about her food? What's her metaphor behind making food with love, making traditional food? And she said that she would like to introduce the Egyptian cuisine in the culture of Toronto, and that's her customers or her clients are really impressed with her cooking. And she also selected the basbousa, a culture dish of the Egyptian cuisine, to cook and to make its recipe for everybody. I'm really glad that I joined this workshop because for some time I was really looking for learning a skill like that. I'm even looking forward to learn more and more, maybe more like softwares, more applications other than iMovie, maybe more advanced skill. But I'm really thankful for the ACCT for this opportunity, and Marcelle and Gasha and everybody. Thank you so much for this great effort. I have benefited so far from this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I would like to have your feedback.
Thank you so much, Aisha. I'm going to start with the first question, which is from Greg. He's asking, have I eaten your mom's food at any ACCT events? I'm getting hungry. Great work, Aisha.
Yeah, she's looking forward into that. She would like to do some like catering for communities, or even to to deliver food to the wholesalers, maybe the supermarkets. Yeah, so that's her next step.
That's amazing. Marcelle is saying, we want the bambusa, basbousa. Yeah, her food looks so amazing, Aisha, and I hope I get the opportunity to try it as well. I'm curious, have you posted this video online anywhere? Have your mom's customers seen it yet?
No, but we posted the ACC post about like a brief summary about my mom, where does she come from, when did she come from, like her food story, her journey with Walima. I think that was a month or 2 months ago. And yeah, you're right, like we should be posting it and sharing it.
Yeah, I think, I mean, you made it for the purpose of, promoting your mom's business, right? So definitely get it up on Instagram, definitely get it up on your mom's Facebook. That's what you made the video for.
Yeah.
Greg is saying, definitely translate the video, which I think like add subtitles. We can help you with that for sure. Greg is also asking, can you talk a little bit about how food is important to you and your family?
Like our culture, food brings us back to our upbringing, brings us back to our memories of our family and our grandmothers. Of course, food is very crucial for human being for survival, but one should, like, I think being in Toronto is a great chance for everybody to be introduced to the other cuisines, which I had this chance. I was introduced to the Korean cuisine, Chinese cuisine, the Caribbean cuisine, and I would like to share this chance with everybody as well. So yes, like that's our vision, or that's our message behind doing so, and we are loving what we're doing. Like thank God we're excelling at it, and everybody is happy with the food products, and inshallah, day by day we're gonna be promoted and enhanced.
That's a beautiful explanation, Aisha. And thank you so much, Greg, for asking that great question. Aisha, I have one more question for you. It's from Salma. She's saying, wow, Aisha, thank you. Excellent. Is this one of the main recipes in Egypt? Is this something that is served during weddings?
It is one of the main recipes in Egypt. It's not common that it's in weddings, but it's common when in Ramadan, and yeah, it's a common dessert where I think most of the Egyptian women can cook it. But let me say, my mom is excellent. I even learned the recipe, but it's not because it's my mom and myself, but it's really special. The basbousa we're making. So yeah, the basbousa is really one of the culture items in Ramadan.
Okay, thank you, Aisha. I did say that was the last question, but we just got another one. So Murat is asking, as a person who would like to cook well, what would your recommendations be to me?
As a person who would like to cook well, okay. So, like, be patient. When your recipe fails in the first time, that's right. Like, that's fine. Don't give up. The key behind the optimum success of making the recipe is trying more and more. Okay, that worked. Maybe I had to put less amount of this ingredient. No, maybe next time I will try similar one but different, and so on. So in the end, you reach the like the ideal balance of the whole recipe. Yeah, and that's where it come from. And you have the YouTube, and you have the social media, which a great resource for learning.
Thank you so much, Aisha. It was a pleasure having you in our program, and thank you so much for sharing all of this with us.
Okay,
okay. So now we're going to show the very last video, and it is by Rebecca.
Wow, Thomas, you're looking good.
Thank you. So tell us, how did you get here?
Wow. Where do I start?
The beginning would be great.
Right. Beginning.
It wasn't easy. Let's confess. I came to Canada 5 years ago. You know when they say that it's like home? You really don't understand it until you find yourself somewhere that it's so strange and unfamiliar. Let me tell you, there is really no place like home. That's true.
I'm an international student here. I'm in my final year at West University. Thank God.
Wow, that is amazing.
Thank you.
So tell us, how do you adapt to the life here?
Well, I came home from Egypt alone. My parents are back home, so it was really difficult to adapt to this new environment. I basically had to unlearn and relearn some things I already knew. My first year was terrible. Everything was totally new. So I felt so out of place. I didn't have any friends. I had no one to really talk to. I was literally lonely.
5 years ago, I was just a lonely immigrant. Everywhere was strange, the people, the environment, everything.
And people will say that you can't get bullied in university. That is so false. That's exactly what I was going through, and my accent didn't make it easy for me. I was constantly mocked and shunned because of it. People would give me funny glances and avoid my presence. It just made me want to sink into the earth, you know? I totally lost my self confidence and became too cautious of myself.
You wonder why I'll subject myself to this kind of feeling. But I was seeking refuge from a bloody war in my country. My first year, I was hit so hard with depression. I realized I was totally on my own. My second year, I made up my mind. I had to belong somewhere, fit in. I enrolled in some courses, got some jobs, just to have a reason to wake up in the morning. Yeah. They didn't feel the void. People all around me were just too different. I just couldn't blend in. I just stood out like a sore thumb. Then I realized that the people of my skin color were referred to as black. I also realized to my dismay that black people have always been and are still at the bottom of the survival pyramid. Stop trying. I figured If they already thought that way about me without even getting to know me, then I'll just go with it. I made myself numb so I won't think too much.
Well, it wasn't until my second year that things changed. One of my university advisors invited me for a church program. I'm a Christian, so I just decided to give it a try because, why not? The positive energy I just received in the fellowship just drew me into completely. Like, it just made me feel like I was there and he saw me. I was invincible.
It continued until my second year. I just couldn't find my kind of people until I met her. It was a sunny morning. She walked into the store and sat at a table. She's an old lady, so while I was taking an order, I assumed she wanted tea or something. And she sat me down and told me that she could see I'm wearing my heart. At first, I was kind of offended. I was like, who does she think she is to talk to me that way? But she told me she wanted to hear my story. I was filled with joy. It was the first time someone was willing to listen to my heart rants since I entered Canada. That day, the 12th of July 2016, changed my life forever. She made me realize that I can fit in anywhere perfectly.
With every meeting and teaching, I found myself again. I found the Masha I knew. They welcomed me with open arms and engulfed me with their love. I realized that true happiness and satisfaction can only be found within yourself. Never look for anyone's approval because you can never please anyone.
Even though I had a thick African accent and a dark skin, I can be anything I want to be here. Now I don't have to accept any label given to me anymore. I'm not black, I'm not white, I'm just me.
Amazing.
It was indeed amazing. Now I am so much better than I've ever been. I have friends surround me with their love and support. All it took was just a piece of advice to put me in the right direction. It's wonderful.
I run a club that's specially designed to help international students fit in better. I'm really determined to make sure that no one goes through what I went through. The journey has just been amazing. I'm doing me and I am loving it.
Rebecca, that was so nice. Thank you so much for sharing that film with us. Now, I've known you for quite a while. I think at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years. You've been a part of our youth program and you've been very engaged. And I was very surprised by the video because I know you very well. And this is not a story about you. And it's not a story about your settlement journey. So whose story is this, and why did you choose to make a film about this?
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Rebecca. I would say I chose to make this film like that because I was inspired by experiences and stories I heard all around me, like people that went through what I went through, like people that are like me, like, migrants and refugees. And I just decided to pick out all the good elements of what I heard to make a very moving story that can inspire and give hope to people and tell people that, you know what, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel, even if it looks like nothing is going your way, there is definitely hope. Okay, so it's just to inspire people and make them look forward to waking up in the morning. So that is why I did this whole movie. I know it's totally not about me at all. It's just about the elements I read in experiences, stories I've heard, and everything that I've seen all around me, the people I've met. So I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna make a movie that inspires everyone and educates people too.
Okay, okay, I see. So it's not your story, but I feel like it seemed like, you know, like Faith was really critical to this person's story, and that's kind of what the film was really about. Is that something that's important for you?
Sorry, I didn't really get the question.
I felt that Faith, the video was saying like Faith is very critical
Okay.
in a settlement journey. Is that true for you?
Yes, that is very true for me, because ultimately the whole theme of the whole movie is hope and faith. So it's faith in tomorrow, faith in the unknown, like just knowing that tomorrow is pregnant and you can ultimately get good things from tomorrow. So it's just having that faith in yourself and faith in the system and your situation that things will get better. Because I mean, living a life without hope is like living a life without nothing to look forward to. It's a miserable life. So faith and hope are definitely things that I see are important, and those are the themes I just like highlighted with this movie. So it's very important for your settlement journey. It's very important for, I think, literally everything you want to do. You have to have faith in your plan and your life and your process for it to actually work.
Okay, thank you, Rebecca. I'm going to be reading you some of the comments and questions that we're getting. So Marcelle is saying, awesome. I told you that your brother is a very good actor.
Yeah, he is.
He is. Great use of light and space. The music is a great choice too. Dima is saying, amazing, impressive, truly. Greg is saying this was a very moving video. Rebecca, do you think the struggles of your subjects are common amongst newcomers? Why is it so hard to settle in a new country?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the struggles are common because, you know, the first person, like Thomas, he comes in and then he just sees a whole new environment, like things just different from what he's used to. So that is definitely what people, like newcomers and immigrants see when they first get here. So they're trying to like, you know, put their roots in and settle down and find what works for them. Like that is what the whole settlement journey is about. And then Masha struggles with being an international student, also in a foreign place, and accent doesn't make it easier for her. So she's trying to balance out all these things all around her to make it better for her. And then ultimately, all they need was just an open arm, like somebody to give them advice, somebody to tell them what to do, somebody to, you know, lead them into this new terrain that they are. And that's why I highlighted the importance of, like, you know, good advice, the importance of joining a kind of gathering, you know, community centers, fellowships, you know, just belonging in somewhere that you can find your space and you can find yourself there.
Okay, okay. Aisha and Marcelle are, yes, they're agreeing with you. They're saying, yes, it's very common. Yes, it's really hard. A question from Salma. She's saying, amazing, Rebecca.
Thank you.
She is saying, so I think she understood the character to be you, but for you, like versus like when you first came to Canada, it was hard for you. Have things gotten better for you?
Yeah, things have gotten better for me very well, because when I came to Canada, like for me too, it was a very new environment. I had to unlearn and relearn some things. I had to like adjust so badly because I went into high school, so it was, you cannot imagine what I went through. And yeah, I faced similar stuff like that. However, why I didn't like say my own story would be because I feel like my story is not complete. Like what I want to spread is an inspirational story, something that gives people hope. And right now, I feel like my story is not there yet, so I did not use myself. I mean, I was the character played, like I acted the character, but that is not my story. My story is not complete yet. That's why.
Well, I think you're considered a newcomer. I mean, there's different definitions, like according to different organizations, but I think it's technically like 15 years that it takes for a person to settle. So you haven't been here very long, so of course, of course, you're.
So I'm like a newcomer. Yeah.
Another question from Murat. What ways do you think we can find hope in life? He's saying, for me, it's always seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, as you said. What other ways do you think we can seize hope and be hopeful?
I would say that you should surround yourself with good things, because your environment has a way of impacting your thoughts and what you do. So you should just again, find a space, a gathering that you like, that you feel represents you, because that's just what will give you those good thoughts, and make you look forward to the new day, make you look forward to opportunities and everything that you want to do. So also, the major thing you need to do is surround yourself with good people, good environments, be in a safe place, a place that you are welcome, the place that you feel like you belong, and everything. So that is important. That's what you need to do. Again, yeah.
Thank you, Rebecca. One more question from Greg. How could Canada do better at helping newcomers? We seem to suck at it.
Okay. Yes, kind of. Yeah, kind of. I kind of agree with that. I would say that first off, when you come in, you should be introduced to newcomer hubs that you can go to. Okay, it shouldn't just be like shot up in maybe shelters, or just giving that kind of space to stay in. You should be given opportunities that, okay, these are hubs that you can go to. You have access to this, you have access to that, because people actually venture out when they realize that they have opportunities to some things. You understand? Like, information is key. They need to be informed that, okay, we welcome you into Canada, and these are the things, these are the resources we have for you to explore and for you to like better yourself. Because people take courses like Thomas in the movie. People take courses, people get jobs, people just try to do something, like try to just engage themselves. But if they find out that, okay, I'm going to a center, or I'm going to a fellowship that also has people like me, that also have people like where I come from or the country I'm from, of course they would feel happy. They will feel like, they belong to something, and they would feel engaged in the activities, and then they would feel like they are present in Canada, not like they're just living their life and swaying and just working, and just, I don't know. It's pretty much a kind of, how would I say this? It's like, because from my experience, sorry, I'm talking too much. I do this a lot. From my experience, it's like when people come over, they just come here to work, and then the ultimate goal in their mind is to work, make their family happy, make themselves happy, find a place to feel good, and then settle down. Okay, that's just the goal. But then when you realize that you can actually do that, like you can achieve your goals at the same time, blending in at the same time, meeting new people and making new friends and starting digging new roots, then that would just make the whole journey awesome, and not so lonely and depressing and just miserable. That's it. Sorry, I talked a lot.
No, you don't, Rebecca. Thank you so much for explaining. Have we, like, you've been pretty engaged with ACCT? Like, have we helped with your settlement? Have we helped with anything that you're talking about?
Yeah, I would say ACCT would be a reference point for me for anything that that has to do with me engaging with people. Because if they ask me, like, okay, do you have a place that you're connected to, the first thing that comes to my mind is my church, and then the community center, because that's a place that they have a lot of activities. They have some things that you use to engage yourself, and most importantly, people that are your friends are there. So it's just like you go there to hang out with them, you go there to make new friends, to participate in, activities that are good for you that will help you do. So I would say ACCT is doing a pretty great job. I mean, look at this project. Like, it's really, it's really good. Like this project has opened doors for me that you cannot possibly imagine. I don't want to like go in depth to that right now, but I would say that you guys are doing a pretty great job, and please continue.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. It's been a pleasure having you part of our program, like our general youth program, having you in this little program as well. And Dima, I think we should create maybe like a commercial about ACCT and just take what Rebecca just said.
Yes, people need to know that. Yeah.
I agree. Absolutely, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Dima, I think, did you just want to read the comment that you posted?
Yeah, I was just going to say that truly each of the movies that we saw today, each of the films, we can relate to them at one level or another, whether it's a story of hope, faith, courage, or pursuing your own goals, like Aisha's mom. And Rebecca, your movie captures the story of many newcomer youth who struggle every day to find their way in Canada, to also reconcile between two identities, two cultures, that sort of thing. So it's important that these stories are shared widely so that others know that they're not alone and that there's always hope for a better future. So I think all of the youth, you did an amazing job. I'm truly impressed. It is amazing. Yeah.
I totally agree with Dima. This was a really, really nice program. And I think that concludes our screening. I would like to thank, of course, each of the youth that was in this program. So Aisha, Precious, and Rebecca, thank you so much for sharing your stories. Marcelle, thank you so much for teaching this program. This could not have been possible without you. Thank you, Dima, for speaking today. Thank you, Greg, so much for speaking today. And I'd like to give a shout out to Danny, Daniel Usta-Jabor. He's one of our youth counselors, and he is the one who's doing everything behind the scenes, all the technical stuff. So thank you so much, Danny. So Danny, if you could just like pan out to everybody, and we can all wave bye.
That is just amazing. Thank you so much,
guys.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Good work.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you everyone for attending. The screening is recorded, so if anybody like didn't see it today, it's going to be up on our Facebook forever.
Perfect.
Okay.
Bravo, good job.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good night, guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
We'll meet at Zesa soon.
Yalla, come.
Let's meet in person.
Yes.
Bye.
Here.